Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping back into Hawkins, specifically Stranger Things 5. We're going to explore a really fascinating potential narrative arc for Eddie Munson's return.
Yeah, Eddie, his death in season 4, well, it definitely split the audience, didn't it?
It really did.
Yeah.
Some saw this, heroic sacrifice, but for others, well, it felt maybe underwhelming, or even some said lazy writing.
Especially, yeah, because those demobats, they died just minutes later.
Yeah.
Which makes his whole stand feel tactically a bit pointless, maybe?
Right. But what if that's the point?
Exactly. That's what we're diving into. How that death isn't really an ending. It's more like a transformation, a corrupted survival that Vecna could absolutely exploit.
Okay, I'm intrigued. How does that work?
Well, we're going to look at the show's own rules, the canon, plus some D&D lore that fits perfectly, and the themes the show always plays with. It actually maps out a really compelling, emotionally resonant way for him to come back.
And one that actually serves the bigger story, not just fan service.
Precisely. It deepens everything for the final season.
Okay, so let's start there. That tension you mentioned between the pointless death and the noble one. How does that become an opportunity?
Because it lays the groundwork perfectly. What looks like a maybe slightly questionable writing choice suddenly becomes this foundational catalyst. It's the seed for something much darker.
Okay, so how does he survive within the show's logic? Let's get into the lore.
Right. So first, the demobats. Think of them as like flying extensions of Vecna's hive mind. They're bites. They're bad, obviously, but not instantly fatal on their own.
Yeah, Steve survived a nasty attack.
Exactly. Eddie died from blood loss, exsanguination inside the Upside Down. And that place, it's weird with bodies. Organic stuff gets kind of absorbed, pulled into the environment.
Like with Will. Not absorbed, but Vecna definitely had a hold on him there.
Right. Bodily boundaries blur. Vecna, being the master of that whole domain, could totally hijack that process as Eddie died. He could have actively woven him into the fabric of the Upside Down.
Creating what? Like a hybrid?
A grotesque hybrid, yeah. Flesh and roots, maybe. Still alive in a horrifying way, but not human anymore. It answers the what happened to his body question canonically.
Okay, wow. So Vecna repurposes him. How does he control this new Eddie?
That ties straight into Vecna's powers. His whole thing is consuming minds, memories, powers. Like a lich from D&D. It's basically necromancy, right?
Manipulating life and death.
Exactly. So Vecna's consumption wouldn't just reanimate a corpse. It would create a sentient, corrupted vessel. It would still have fragments of Eddie inside.
Oh, wow. So not a zombie.
Not at all. More like a psychic weapon, a living nightmare, retaining just enough of Eddie to be truly horrifying.
Which sounds a lot like that Kiss the Betrayer theory that's been floating around. How does that fit?
Yeah, cause. Good connection. In D&D,